Welcome back to Getting Her to Say I Do, my video dating vlog as I go through the journey of getting happy and healthy and loving myself and just discovering who I am and then finding someone that I like enough to pursue in a relationship, pursuing them and getting engaged and then married. You guys can walk with me through the whole dating process also. Man. So we're on video number 59, but we're gonna do a 58 point A or point one, just to honor my mom, because she was 58 when she passed, and so I just want to focus on her a little bit. Yeah, my mom was extremely strong-willed, and that was good and also bad in some cases. She worked multiple jobs to provide for us and make sure we had a place to live and food to eat. And that strong will, I watched her also stay in relationships that she should not have been in, thinking that she could fix it or it would work. Staying at jobs that weren't good, just to make things happen. And so she definitely had a strong will, and it was good sometimes, but it was also bad sometimes. And I definitely inherited that. I see myself staying places where I should not be longer than I should be there, hoping that I can fix it or change it, or staying in relationships longer than I should, thinking that they might get better or change. Just staying invested in things that are more draining than returning on the investment. So that's one thing that I definitely acquired from her. Also, mom would throw them hands without a problem. My sister said one thing about Vicky, my mama, is she was gonna step. Like it didn't matter if you was the police, if you was a man, if you was somebody else's mama, or if you was a kid. She was gonna step if you tried her, and she was there for it. Hookah lounge with the smoke, always. She definitely would. Me, on the other hand, not so much. I remember one time, there was this guy and he wanted to fight me for no reason. I don't think I'd ever even met him before, and he just showed him, was like, "You was talking noise?" And then he pushed me, and I was so confused. And I was like, wait, what? Was I talking noise? I probably was, but I don't think about him because I never met him before. So I got up, ran in the house. My mom finds out about it. I think she was like, "Why are you in the house?" And I was like, "There's somebody putting me down." And she was like, "Get up," and made me go outside and find this boy. And I'm walking around doing this with my hands, knowing that I'm scared to death because I cannot fight. I don't know much about fighting at this point, but I was with my mom and she got hands, so that I didn't inherit them hands, but I felt like at the moment I had hands. So I'm walking around like this, letting everybody know I'm ready to throw them paws. And we never found him, thank God. Oh, thank you, God, we never found him. And yeah, that she was gonna throw them hands, she was gonna step, and she was staying. I'm staying. She was staying. Very stubborn. I guess that goes with the strong-willed also. Very intelligent, more so than I really understood. You know how you have parents and like they think that they know everything, so you start like writing them off because they don't know everything. And then when you become an adult, you're like, I guess you actually did know what you were talking about. Would this be better with this light off? No, it won't. Yeah, so strong-willed. She made up her mind about something. The bridge could start crumbling when she takes the first step onto the bridge, and she's still gonna go across the bridge. It don't matter. And because of that, she was very successful in a lot of things, but she also found herself in a lot of trouble. So as I've been going through this year, these past like 8 months or 9 months, not 7, 8 months. I have been having like mental breakdowns, not like rocking chair straight jacket mental breakdowns, just like I'm supposed to do something or I need to be doing something, and instead of me doing it, I will find myself in my rocking chair or recliner playing hours of video games or doing hours of meaningless tasks at work or watching hours of Netflix or streaming, and will not get anything done because the smallest little thing has happened and I could not figure it out, and I just had like a mental lapse and or just like broke down and was unable to function, to move, to be, to do. And this pissed me off. Excuse my language. It made me so freaking mad because I have a strong mind. I have a very strong will. I inherited from my mother. And I am very capable of doing this, but these are things that I've never dealt with before, at least not on this level. And it's so much weight, and everyone's looking and expecting and desiring and requiring me. And I am built for it. Literally, she equipped all of us for the moment to be ready to push through and excel. Not just to complete the task, but to excel under pressure. She did it. She gave it to all of us. We are capable and equipped. But I was just breaking down. I don't stop. My mind would just, and I'd sit in the chair, play video games, watch shows and movies. I watched an entire season in like a day and a half, maybe, literally, because I was just incapable of doing anything, and I was so frustrated because I was wasting time. I was wasting days, and I'm very goal oriented, so I was struggling with my mind, just not functioning and operating. And so I have a kid in my youth group who is a beast. He is a sophomore. He's won state. And some other ones who went to state and are beasts, like great runners. And they started running, and I thought that was dope, but I also was like, because I hate running. I think it's it's the worst part of basketball. It's the worst part of any sport. Track is an awful sport also. And it's the worst part of, like, it's punishment in other sports. I am a very capable runner. I am decent at running, but I don't like to do it. It makes my chest hurt. It makes my legs hurt. And also, I just want to quit the whole time. It's too much time to think about quitting. And so my brother was like, man, I've been going running and it's been extremely helpful. He was talking about some stuff that he went through. Obviously, we're going through the same exact stuff. But he was like, yeah. And I just started running, and it was so helpful to me because I literally just like spaced out. And then I heard this other guy talking, and he was like, yeah, it's like a running comatose. And I just lose sight of everything and run. And then I was talking to another guy who I had been running with a couple of times, and he was like, yeah, it's really good because it breaks your flesh and it breaks your will or builds your will, one of those two. But like, because you're thinking about stopping, you're thinking about how much your body hurts and how much you don't want to do this, but you're pushing through. And so with all these great people who are very capable of running and doing and excelling at this, they did not influence me. The one that influenced me was my brother, who is also a very gifted runner, very fast. He's the one that influenced me. And he was like, yeah, it's just a great detox. It's a great way to escape and just get all that stuff off. And so I started running. And I did not like it. It is very annoying to me, but I love the way that I feel after I run. And like I realized, because I ran track in high school, and I was nice. I got a couple hardwares on my shoulders. It's Anchor, and I can remember running and finishing the race and thinking I should have ran harder because I'm not hurting or tired anymore. And so when you run, you're pushing yourself and you're challenging yourself to do more, to go faster, to go harder, to go longer, especially when you run more of a distance or not just like a dead sprint, but something that requires some, what's that word? Endurance. And and so I remember finishing those races and thinking, man, I could have did more. I could have ran faster. Even if we got medals and stuff, I could have ran faster, got a faster time. But mentally, I only will do stuff as much and as hard as I need to because I don't like discomfort. And so I would go as hard as I needed to. And I remember we were in we were in first or second place. And the guy was literally right there with me the whole time. I think we were in second place. The guy was literally right there. No, I don't. It doesn't matter. We were like right next to each other. And I can remember running this race. We had it's like a half a lap left, and probably 3/4 of a lap. And I can remember thinking, I'm okay with getting yeah, I'm okay with getting second place. I'm okay with that because I'm tired of running. But then my pride was like, no, we're going to get that gold medal. And so I pushed and left him. And I thought that was pretty dope. But that's because I had someone right there that I had to compare with, like, beat him. But when I'm just running on my own or doing my own thing or living regular, ordinary life, I try to avoid pain or avoid stuff that's going to make me hurt. So dealing with this stuff was painful, it was stressful, it was annoying, so I would avoid it, and I struggle with avoidance. So when I started running, like, I wanted to quit. My body was hurting, and then the other day it was raining. I run in the morning because it's summertime, it's hot, and I went outside, and it's been really rainy the past month or two. And I opened the door and stepped outside or looked outside, and it was sprinkling. It was raining. And I was like, I'm finna go back in the house. And then I just had this thought like, yo, that rain ain't gonna hurt you. And I had on my beaters so I could run in them, just a t-shirt and some shorts. And I was like, bet. And I took off. And it was raining, and it was actually refreshing and kind of dope. I felt like one of the people in the war movies, or like who was that? Omarion when he was dancing in the rain on You Got Served, or Ray J. I felt like one of them. I was like, yo, this is kind of dope, and I'm pushing through, and it's raining. And literally, it was just like a breakthrough for me because even though the rain happens, even though life happens, even though the conditions aren't always ideal, they cannot stop you from doing what you want to do or set your mind to do. And you can still do that and make it happen. And it was just a blessing. I'm glad that I went running. I beasted. And then I just went running again today. And it was raining more. It was raining harder. And I was like, so took off, did my thing. And like when I was coming towards the end, that last little curve, I was like, I could go further. So I went further, and I'm running, and it's raining, and I get to my end. And usually on my end, I just kind of coast through because at the end of it, it's kind of like this hill. But I was like, push, dig. What I tell my kids when they're running, dig. Like, give it all that you got, finish up. And I did, and I pushed through, and I ran hard, and I did my little shimmy at the end, and I was extremely proud of myself. And literally, when I stopped running, there was no rain. I wasn't aware of when the rain stopped. I just know that when I finished running, when I got back here, there was no rain coming down. It was dry outside, and I was like, bet fat. So that was an extreme blessing. So it's kind of where we're at. Also, I got my hair done. I got these braids for this wedding. It's been probably about 3 weeks now. And my hair is a complete mess. But I got braids and I love it. I'm probably going to take you down today and do a different hairstyle. But yeah, that it's been pretty dope. I got braids. I went to a wedding, met this girl. She's fine. We've been dating somewhat. Went on a couple of dates. Really like her. Yeah, but that's another video for another time. So, Mom, I love you. Thank you for all that you gave me and all that you didn't. Stuff that I had to work to acquire and obtain on my own. And people who are struggling mentally, I would say pick up running. Pick up something that pushes you and challenges you to push through, to accomplish it or finish it. It could be chess. It could be exercise. It could be reading, drawing, painting, something that challenges you I started doing my Rubik's Cube also, just pushing through just to make my brain work and remember and think. So that's where I've been at, and also my 10 for 10 in the morning, or 10 by 10 in the morning. So that's where we're at. Thank you guys for tuning in. This kind of update has been a couple of weeks, but yeah, that's where we're at. Love you guys. Stay blessed and stay well.